Your vision and big picture will evolve as you do. I don't think of the big picture vision as a goal, it's more like a compass heading. There's no finish line with your existence, it just keeps going. The finish line that you're heading for is also the starting line for a whole new set of challenges to overcome. Out with the old problems, in with the new. The game is figuring out how to move in the direction you feel to be good and right while enjoying the process. That's the game we're playing. Goals I think of as tangible stepping stones along the way. You might set a goal to get in 3 good workouts every week, but working out 3 times a week is not the objective or the point of doing this. Your vision for the future is, and that's your compass heading. Your regular workouts are stepping stones along the way. These stepping stones help us to feel like we're making progress and heading in the right direction. Accomplishing any large task that you're new to, like starting a business, starting a family, writing a book, is a major goal that will likely come more easily and be better in the end if you break it down into some kind of tangible steps that give you a sense of completing something on a journey that may take many months or many years. The journey of 1,000 miles begins and continues one step at a time. You may not even know where to start until you sit down, make a list, and start sorting out priorities. For large and complex tasks, this is going to be difficult, if not impossible, to do in your head, so write it out in a journal or in its own plan of action document, let's call it. By now, you should have an ideal life document, an ideal you document, and now a plan of action. Brainstorm everything that needs to be done. Spend some time reviewing and rearranging priorities. Add sub-steps to steps that seem big. Everything can be broken down into monthly, weekly, and daily objectives. I find it's much easier to stay interested and motivated to do my least favorite tasks when I'm getting feedback on progress, even if the feedback is from myself and my checklist. It sounds silly, but it feels good to check off those little boxes, doesn't it? When you break big goals down into steps, it's like finding a step or a flat spot as you progress up a slippery hillside. It gives you a chance to look back, enjoy your success so far, review your progress, and cite your next stepping stone. For those who already have a clear vision of where they're trying to go and what they're trying to do, go ahead and break this down into as many steps and sub-steps as you can. There's a lot of room for interpretation. Do this in a way that makes sense to you. It may involve monthly milestones and should certainly involve a daily to-do list of some sort. It's going to be a very rough outline at first. As you continue to learn and gain experience with what you're doing, you'll be able to add more detail and more depth. This is the kind of thing you want to review and add to often, perhaps every day in the beginning, then once a week for maintenance. If you don't have a clear vision of where you're trying to get to yet, that's okay. What you should have is a clear idea of things that you find interesting and worth exploring. How will you go about your exploring and experimentation? Where will you find the time, energy, and resources for this? These are the kinds of things you want to include in your plan. Your plan of action might involve going away for a weekend to be alone with your thoughts and reflect on your life. Or at least spend an afternoon sitting out in nature or in a park somewhere, reading or listening to something and looking for new ideas. When you find time and space like this, ideas have a way of popping up. Put these kinds of activities into your plan. Your plan does not need to be very comprehensive yet, but after you look at it and add to it every few days, it'll start looking like a serious plan. We'll start your rough outline now and add a calendar reminder to review it in a few days. Do this more than once. Keep it fresh in your mind and add to it every time something new occurs to you. I know this is not a huge amount of instruction on how to do this exactly. It's going to vary depending on who you are, where you're going, and how you think. You don't need to plan super far out or be super detailed if that's not coming to you just yet. You just need tangible steps that you can take every day starting right now. Go ahead and get started with this exercise now.